Good morning and welcome to Gulfstream today. Brian Nato and Samantha Perry with you on an absolutely picture-perfect day here in Hollandale Beach. We kick off closing weekend of the championship meet, and of course the weekend of the Curlin Florida Derby as well. We've got a good 9-pack for you today, but obviously tomorrow, Samantha, front and center, that 14 race bonanza extravaganza, 10 stakes races culminating at about 6:42 in the PM with the grade 1 $1 million Curlin Florida Derby.
Yeah, the hard work is done.
Yeah.
For
Yes.
for us and the horses. I'm just kidding. The horses are first, but the prep is done for all of these guys here. Now it's just go time tomorrow.
5 graded stakes, 10 of them in total, and is certainly the highlight there. We saw Mage run second in this race last year and parlay that to a win in the Kentucky Derby. And you know, it's essentially a double automatic qualifier with the points on the line now. 100 to the winner, 50 for second, and barring, you know, something very, very out of the realm of the ordinary, you know,
50 should get you in.
50 will get you in. It has basically literally every year. So it's a lot of excitement. We've got 3 heavyweights in there. Of course, the undefeated Hades, the 2-year-old champion Fierceness, and the up-and-comer Conquest Warrior, and a good group right underneath them that could make a dent or trying to show they belong too.
It's very exciting. Yeah. I can't wait to watch the race. It'll be a great day, a beautiful day tomorrow as well. So hope to see you guys out here.
Exactly, because the weather this weekend, of course, closing day on Sunday with the mandatory Rainbow Six, and we'll remind you of that as well. But the weather this weekend, we've had a little bit of a rough go of it during the championship meet with the rain. It looks absolutely picture perfect. We hope to see, as Samantha said, everybody out here today. I mentioned that rainbow on Sunday, but front and center today and a 9-race card in race number 4. Look at this now. The carryover is massive. And the pool is estimated at 775. I would think we get that and then some today. And it was just the other day where we had 3 singles in the finale. So
yep, it was. So you never know. We had a big upset in the finale yesterday too, and
you never know.
Upset. Yeah, you just never know.
Absolutely. So get involved. Ronnie will be out here for the opener, and he's got that ticket, of course, later on. And the early pick 5, though, is going to go in about 54 minutes. Look at that pool already, about $60,000 and counting. They put, I think, $394 into it yesterday, and with the weekend now front and center, it's going to be a big number. Let's take a look at my ticket. I've got a pretty solid ticket. We're going to try to fill the bankroll here for Curlin Florida Derby Day, and $50 ticket for me, and a couple of them here. You can see my interior 5x5 double in here because race 2, and Samantha will be on the turf for that one. That's problematic to me. I've got my long shot in there, Leonza for Gustavo Delgado, of course, who won the Derby last year with Mage. In race number 3, I go all the way to the inside with Dollar Liberty, but boy, that's a spread race for me. I'm going to use 5 of them, and then there's a single in race 4. That's my best bet of the day, and I'll tell you what, that turf race is not easy either, but Broken Spur on top for me. And in race number 5, we'll go 2 deep in that spot, and I'm down inside with Little Minxie for Melanie Giddings on top.
Always pick that horse.
Well, Little Minxie's done good, so we got to come right back to her down on the inside. So we all have our Little Minxies, by the way.
That's true.
I can't come up with yours.
I've gotten probably more than you do.
Legacy Isle.
Legacy
You
Isle.
didn't pick on Saturday.
I did not,
apparently.
no.
Somebody did up here, I'll tell you that. All right, let's get into the opener now. 5.5 on the Tapeta. It's a 12-5 maiden claimer. We've got a scratch of the 4, and our buddy upstairs, Pete, doesn't have a lot to do today. We like that because there's only 4 scratches on the entirety of this fast and firm card, and we've got the same exact order here in the opener. Better luck for you, Carrie Bryan. We got a stat, too.
Yeah, this is my best bet today. This is a horse that looks like he's much the best here. Carrie, the last 5 years here, just 12% with Tapeta sprints. Oh, this is in general.
This is in general.
Okay,
so I just wanted to show it and see, you know, this is a pretty sharp barn that maybe not a lot of people are familiar with down here. So she can pop here on Tapeta.
Yeah, she could, especially because this is a horse that showed a little bit more life last time, and that was at Turfway. I feel like this might be a better group than the Turfway group, but Paco Lopez gets here, and now the horse is gelded, so it's good.
I've been seeing Three Diamonds pop up with Carrie
Yeah.
of late. That's good. That's a good client for her. Like I said, she does some good work, and we know her well from our sister tracks up there in Maryland. So a former assistant to the master, the legend Jonathan Shepard, and she's doing the flat and jump thing as well. You know, the 7 is favored right now. Might be Paisan. I get it. He's kind of the house horse.
Yeah, he is. Takes a drop in class as well.
Yeah.
You know, this horse, I feel like he's had his chances a little bit, though.
I think that's very, very well said, and we might have a live new shooter in here, and that's the way we saw it in the opener. Barnardo's Legacy, you want to talk about chances at 0 for 17. We just can't be putting him on the top line in a race like this. On the turf for a good one. In race number 2, it's the early pick 4. I've got the ticket, so we'll run it back. It's the same. I'll tweet that out. But Samantha's going to be on the turf for this one. And, boy, it is a good race here. Maiden special weight for the 3-year-old fillies. Will sprint that snappy 5. And you're on the inside with Brian Lynch. Moon Spun going to try the turf for the first time.
Yeah, I like that. It was rained off the grass last time. Yesterday, we saw that with Vibrant Lady and Cherie DeVoe. Of course, that was a 2-turn race, but same situation. First start on the Tapeta. Boom, now we're on the intended surface here. You know, nothing about this filly to me like screams grass, but just the way she handles it, she does it very well. And she's a filly that last time out, each stride, she just closed the gap on the winner that day, and she galloped out really well.
You know, I have her. You're not going to see her on the screen for me, but she's on my ticket. I have her 5th, and I did use her. I don't like the rail, but Brian, I know because he's got a couple horses Sunday that could figure. Brian's only 5% with first-time starters.
Yeah. So
to see her run as well as she did, I think is a feather in her cap, and of course she's a big threat in here. I mentioned my long shot. That's the 8 Leons. The 8, the 10 Perilous, and the 4 Haley's Honor went at it last time. Let's take a look at it here because they're all back today. My horse is going to come from way out of it. Haley's Honor and is the 5 here. Perilous is the 8. You know, Haley's Honor ran fine, and unfortunately, she's probably going to be an underlaid price. So here I am out the back a little bit. We're going to run on pretty nicely, though. She did not break well at all from the inside draw. She's only going to get beaten 2 3/4 lengths. I expect her. I like that Amicio, who rode last time, is going to ride again because we know him so well as a front-end speed rider. I'm not going to tell you she's going to be on the lead today, but I expect a better alert beginning, and I don't think you're going to see what's out the back today.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree, and I think that, you know, the team, the Delgado team, takes their time with horses, and I think she could maybe assert herself a bit better.
And so she's my long shot. We could pop for a price. Marco T's fine, but boy, we're going to this post is not
a bad
good,
post.
right?
No, it's not ideal. The rails are at 38 feet. Not horrible, but still not great.
Yeah, not great. And Lasix goes on, dropping out of his stakes, but you have a little bit of a where have you been kind of feel as well for Christophe and Christophe Clement and Mike Dubb and company. Race number 3, one more before the rainbow now. We'll go flat 1-turn mile on a fast main track. These are $25,000 maiden claimers, a clean field of 7, and you've got Nimmo. Do you know who Nimmo is?
No.
I wonder if Jonathan Green, a DJ, is a Mets fan. I'll have to ask him that because Nimmo is patrolling center field, and city field for the Mets. Brandon Nimmo.
Oh,
from Wyoming.
What type of ball thing is that?
That is baseball.
Baseball, okay. Nimmo comes from Tampa.
All right.
Here. The turf race, just cross it out because that wasn't a good show at all. You go back to the 2-turn race, and it was average. I mean, the horse only beat 2 horses home. Not saying that this is a killer, but they're not saying the horse is either. He's in for 25 now, and at least we've got the two different 2-turn experience races, so the fitness should be there.
Yeah, he's a gelded son of Yoshida.
Yeah.
They paid 30. Where are you going with him? So it's not like they're giving up, or it's not like he's anything like that. I think he's a major player. Dollar Liberty's one of those weird horses, and he's 9-5 on the line. I probably honestly shouldn't have put him on top because I went 5 deep in here. I'm not going to tell you he did any running 2 back, but the group that he was in against is just so much better than this group.
It really is. Iris's Dream came back to win on the grass. 2 starts back, and now we'll see him tomorrow in the Florida Derby.
And he came back to absolutely blow the doors off a field, albeit on the turf. But he was good. Tismark Spirit going to get back to the main track for Anthony Margata.
Man, I was so on this horse last time on the grass because he's a half to Tiz the Bomb, and that horse just blew up on the grass for McPeak. I was very frustrated with the way he ran. He didn't even, I shouldn't say the way he ran because he didn't do that.
He didn't do that.
No. Gets back to the dirt. I don't know. He's just there for me.
Yeah. Anthony's probably picked up some new suits down here because he's had a good winter down here in South Florida.
Yes,
He's back to the main track. You don't see him on my board, but again, he's the 5th horse I have, and he's on my ticket, so I'm not going to let him beat me at all. So that's 3 down, 6 to go. When we come back, that Rainbow 775 in the estimated jackpot. Ron's got a ticket. We'll take a look at it when we return. Stay tuned.
And they're off. But Elite Power does it again in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. Eddie O'Manic has taken the lead, but it's going to be Eddie O'Manic. Cody's Witch takes the lead. Cody's Witch, a national treasure, coming down the line. Thank you, Cody, and thank you, Cody's Witch.
Welcome back to Gulfstream today. Brian and Samantha with you as we kick off closing weekend here of the championship meet. And, of course, tomorrow, Curlin, Florida Derby Day. 14 races. We should remind you, and we'll do it throughout the day and again, but 11:30 first post tomorrow. So we'll be on here at 10:30 in the a.m. I might be reminding myself that as well, but we're really looking forward to that power card. 10 stakes, 5 of them graded, and again, 6:42 in the p.m. to highlight that Grade 1 Curlin, Florida Derby. Let's get back, though, today. Race number 4 kicks off the Rainbow, as I mentioned, 775 in the estimated jackpot. We're going a mile on the turf. It's a starter allowance, $50,000, 4 and up. There is a scratch. Be like Clint. The 1 is out. Let's take a look at Ron's ticket, and then we'll get back to this race. Whoa, Ronnie, my goodness, I'm doing the same thing. I guess he's going to have his same best bet. I love this angle. We're going to single the favorite off the bat. We'll rip that Band-Aid right off, and then he follows suit with the old playbook here at the 43.20. And again, Ron will be out here with the opener for me, and of course he'll be here in race number 4. He'll be here with you because now I've got to bring you in on the Tropical Turf pick 3 as well. A bet that is great for the player, and it's been great for this player to my left and your right because she's had a lot of success with it.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about today,
Okay.
though, because I felt like it was a bit tricky. I'm not using the 6. Originally, I had the 6 in my Tropical Turf pick 3, but I'm not here. Race 6, just too deep for me. I do have the 5 Cool Tricks on top. And in race number 8, I do have the 8 on top, full disclosure. $36 play here. It's not easy today, I'll tell you that. I mean, it will be. It's easy if you like the 6 horse here, and I do not. So.
Well, I think that's a great point. So Ron and I get lucky's probably not the right word, but we benefit from the fact that we do have a strong opinion on the 6, and that is Broken Spur. But let's go with your top pick because you don't like the 6, and you're going to go to the 8, a horse I don't have anywhere in the mix in here. 94 Expos for Marty Drexler.
Well, this is a horse. I get the company he's faced hasn't been that great,
Right.
but the thing is he's really asserted himself in his last 2 races, and Javier Castellano has taken initiative on both of those races. He has this outside post. Just get out, clear on over, and I just feel like if it's not broke, why try to fix it? And they're just putting this horse in another solid spot where I think he can wire them.
It's a confident move. I don't see him getting to the front in here. There's
Okay.
a lot of speed.
There is.
He's on the outside. Javier's going to have to really move. You know, maybe if he catches a flyer, and Javier's so good at that. We've seen him do it before.
Yeah.
I like the fact, listen, I don't like this horse today, but I will say this. Marty's going great guns in here. So Bird's going to join us here on the set in a second. B, he's not in for a tag.
Right.
That's a confident move.
Yeah.
This is a 50 starter allowance. There's a lot of horses that have been in it for a quarter starter allowances. I've been in claiming ranks. Broken Spur ran 3rd in this race, 2 back on the turf. off a long, long layoff. I just feel like he's heck to pay in here today.
Yeah, but also, so on the other side of that, what say thee beat him and Heart and Soul? Those are just two horses for me that have come back and have not impressed
Yeah.
me at all. So I just worry about the actual like quality he's got.
Mm-hmm. I just think he's better today than he was in that spot because, again, off the layoff, showed his form in the Tapeta last time. I think he's going to trip out in here nicely as well. We both got interest in the 2. Let's show you back chat is the 2 in Gambling Holiday, who they gave away for a quarter last time. This is when they went at it 2 back on the turf. This is at 25 starter I was kind of hinting at.
Yeah, and Melik won this race.
Yeah.
I thought that back chat ran pretty well. Gambling Holiday is on the outside there and just not going far, but ended up winning the next out. And back chat just kind of, I felt like did a better move there than Gambling Holiday.
He's the horse I want out of this race. They I said gave away. They put Gambling Holiday in for a quarter last time, and George Weaver's really, really sharp. It just seemed to me like they were okay with somebody grabbing this horse, and that worries me. Kelly Breen claims him, and Kelly's so sharp. Kelly's had a really, really good championship meet. Paco's here. He's another horse that I think is going to be forwardly placed. I think there's going to be some hitting up front. And this is a fascinating race to kick off the Rainbow Six for sure. There's going to be a lot of people buying this race, guaranteeing they're going to be alive. The late pick 5 kicks off in race number 5. 5.5 on the Tapeta here. These are 3-year-old fillies. It's an optional starter, optional claimer. The 5, Devil at Midnight, is out. So let's take a look at Samantha's ticket before we get into this. And this can be a tricky sequence as well.
Yep, it could be race 6. I do have the 5 on top. That's the second leg of the Tropical Turf Pick 3, race 7. The 6 on top for me, Ellie's Boyfriend. Race number 8. It's a good sprint race. I do have the 8 on top. That's full disclosure. And in the finale, Emily's on Fire. It's actually my long shot. I needed a single, and I just am going to put my faith in Mike Yates here. $27.
Mike Yates, who's got Fiona's Magic in the Gulfstream Park Oaks tomorrow, stretching out off the upset win in the Devona Dale. So we'll see about that tomorrow. But let's get back today. As I mentioned, 5.5 on the Tapeta to start this late pick 5. Another difficult race. You go to the 4, Sharp Eyes, who the 2 Tapeta races for Carlos David have been pretty impressive.
They have, yeah. This is a race where I think, you've got the 1, but obviously the 4 and the 6 are big players here, and not a lot really separates them other than they're all just kind of in that second, third, fourth type of gear.
I think Sharp Eyes benefits from a short field because she doesn't have a lot of early speed, which would worry me. In a big field, if she gets run off her feet, I would expect Paco to probably put her in the race a little bit. Little Minxie's one of those Tapeta horses that we probably both struggle with because she's slow. But she was good last time. And don't lose sight of the fact she broke her maiden last time facing winners.
Yeah. It was impressive. It was very impressive.
Lasix went on as well, so we'll see. Let's take a look. You got the 2 in third. Let's take a look at a stat for Kathleen O'Connell here because she's going to run this horse for the first time on Tapeta. Just 9%. It's not, all-time winning as female trainer. Not the best stat.
No.
I don't know if this horse is going to need one or what. Legged up at Tampa. We'll see what we get today. I was just a little against it. Certainly, you mentioned the 6 as well. Big Dreamer. It's a good post for Big Dreamer to see what's kind of going on to the left, and if she breaks running, maybe even take the early lead. Not a true Tapeta sprint with what could be a really wild pace shaping up. Late pick 4 starts on the turf in race number 6. We'll go a mile here. $25,000 maiden claimers. We got a full, robust field of 11. Let's take a look at my ticket, and then we'll get into this race because this is a fun race as well. I don't have a single in this sequence. It was very rare for me, and this is about the cap. It was very, very hard. You said you kind of auto-defaulted into a single at the end. This is really tricky. Race 7, I've got the 3 El Chato on top and a 2x2 double. In race number 8, I've got the 5, Bring the Band Home. home. You want to talk speed. I'm just going to hope we outspeed all the speed in there. A phenomenal turf race. And in race number 9, I've got the 5 Lace Curtain. I have nothing clever going on in the last race, just the 2 favorites for me. And as mentioned, Samantha's long shot is the 1 Emily's on Fire. Let's kick it off, though, in race 6. I'll tell you what, now that we just kind of went through this sequence quickly and we're going to get through the last 4 races, this Rainbow 6 is not easy.
No,
my goodness.
not at all. At all.
No. All right, Cool Tricks is in here with Floribunda. Why don't we show that replay, and you can talk about Cool Tricks.
Cool Tricks this race ran a deceivingly good race. So this was the first time she stretched out, her first time on the grass. This was a good middle move here. And this is 50,000 optional claimers. Now she's in for the 25 here. She reaches and she tries hard, which I like a lot. Floribunda is just kind of is what she is. In parallel, we saw that yesterday. Well,
I just want to say quickly, Floribunda, I don't see Lillian lacking any path late. She was going to be 4th. That's what she was. Don't lose sight of that and think she had any trouble in that race.
Yeah. So Cool Tricks is one that now she's back on the grass and she's in a way softer spot, and I think she has more raw talent than a horse like Floribunda does.
I want nothing to do with Floribunda, at least on top in a win kind of bet. She's going to be an underlay for Safi and Edgar. Can she win? Absolutely. Type of horse that I feel pretty strongly you need to make beat you, and if she does, you golf clap. You move on. Yeah, you want to play a strong Rainbow or a strong late 4 or 5. Yeah, you can use her. I don't want to tie too tightly to a horse like her. I'm on Channel Loop. Have you used this horse, I think?
Before maybe, yeah.
All right, I know you had one of these Trombo horses. I didn't think that turf race was all that bad. 2 back. We get back to it today. Paco put a little speed into her last time on the Tapeta. You can do it again here. This is a tough spread kind of race to me.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
The 11, some of it all the way on the outside. I didn't know what to do with this horse. I don't know if she can run or not.
Well, here's the thing. The first time they entered her, she was on the grass. It got rained off, and she finished 8th. But it was not a good effort by any. I mean, it wasn't an effort that I think this is her surface. Now she's going to go to the grass. I think there's a little bit of ability here, and they're putting her in for 25. I like the outside post. I think she's flattered a little bit because, albeit on the Tapeta, Vibrant Lady came back to win yesterday.
Yeah, Carrington was pretty good for
was.
Gustavo that day too. I gotta see her run a little bit. That's all. Hopefully
Fair.
you can get a price too. Maybe they're gonna bet her too. That would bug me as well. Late pick 3 in race number 7 now. We'll go 5 on the Tapeta to start our optional claimer for the 3-year-olds here. A clean field of 6. We're all over the place. It's that kind of race. Ellie's boyfriend on the outside for Maker, trying the Tapeta trying the Tapeta, excuse me. That was an off-the-turf race at Fairgrounds.
Yep, it was, and it was a way stronger race than he's going to get here, and has been here for just a little bit, which I'm fine with. At least there's a work over the track here. Good outside post, and you've got Tyler in the saddle. I just feel like this is a horse that could handle this field.
Yeah, I mean, looking up at everyone because they have Tapeta form, but I should probably use that term loosely because it's not like anyone in here is gone all crazy fast or anything. I put El Chato. Here's another kind of Tapeta horse we talk about. What so good 2 back with a huge figure. Probably regresses a little bit last time behind a repeat winner. Maybe it's his turn today.
It could be. Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, it really could be.
Yeah, because our legal tender. Listen, it's Rohan off the claim with IRAD, 25% off the claim, 30% with IRAD. They're going to bet with both hands on this horse, but
that doesn't mean you have to.
Doesn't mean you have to. We got blitzed last time at 8-5, by the way, and I know the winner came back to win, but I didn't think he ran all that well last time. Somebody kind of sort of had to be second.
Right, yeah, and it was him.
Yeah, and he's going to be bet, and there's a lot of speed in this race, too, even for a Tapeta sprint. We talk about it. Gibran is down in there. Breezer, I think, is cheap.
Lots of speed, yeah.
Lots of speed, lots of hitting in here, and that's another reason. I don't know what to make of Adios now. You're talking about the Tapeta horses. He ran a monster figure last time.
Yeah, he did, and I just feel like especially these Tapeta figures, these buyers, they're just hard to trust.
At 17-1, so we'll see what we get today in that spot. Late double kicks off on the turf in race 8. This is a really, really good feature today. It's an optional claimer for the 4-year-olds and up. We scratched the one Phantom Smoke. We talked a lot about some of these horses yesterday because XY Speed, Mamba on 3, they were coming out of race that was yesterday. You go to the 8, who I don't have at all in here, and that is full disclosure now going to get back to the turf after he's been streaking him in such good form on Tapeta.
Yeah, I just like the little switch up for this horse here, and don't pay too much attention to the figures on the Tapeta. They're just higher naturally, I feel like. But one win over this Gulfstream Park turf course. Granted, that was a while back, but I think that there's a lot of speed to the inside here, and with this outside post and the way that the Fox Barn has been going this championship meet, it can just sit a nice trip.
Well, here's the thing about this horse. You said, yeah, he's got to win on turf, and his turf races are slow. His turf races weren't with Dave Fox.
Exactly.
Dave's moved him way up, on, albeit on Tapeta, but he might just be a better horse now.
Yeah.
And he's dangerous. So much speed in here, but I think I got the speed of it because Bring the Band Home,
Oh, yeah.
my goodness, did he absolutely freak last time trying turf for the first time.
Yeah, this horse broke like a rocket. Had to from the outside draw he had that day. The rails were at 66 feet. There was nobody going to make up any ground on him with that rail setting. And when you run those fractions, nobody was going to catch him anyway.
Went 42-3 that day.
Yeah.
20-3. This is a freakishly fast horse that's faster than anybody else in here.
Yeah.
We'll see today, though. The rails are at 38 feet. Let's show you the replay. I had XY Speed that day, and that was my long shot. He ran huge. He's backed it up to run huge.
Yeah.
So here's Mamba, XY, and When I Get to Heaven. I'm sorry, you can't play When I Get to Heaven today. That's what I'm taking out of this race.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But now the horse is first off the claim, but I agree. This horse has just kind of burnt some money. Mamba on 3, I never know what to do with this horse because Mamba on 3 just runs like the same type of race, and sometimes he gets lucky and he'll win.
Well, yeah, and here's Axtell finally got there. He never gets there.
No.
So I don't know. I'm a little worried about that. When I Get to Heavens, he's off the claim for Safi and Ken Ramsey. That's great. But, Mike Trombetta and Larry Johnson do a pretty darn good job, too. And this horse was not that good. So he's the horse to me I'm fading. You put him in second. I don't know if he gets a meltdown, maybe, but.
Yeah, I think that I like the trainer change here.
Okay.
So this is a tough race. I'm looking at the 6 now, Extendo. Like that horse exiting the turf dash at Tampa, Smithwick Spice. I love that horse for Doug Nunn, and that horse is just a champ little turf sprinter. What's this?
Did you not see the 2 was in here?
Well, yes, but that's a long layoff.
I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't pick him. He might win the race by default. Gelding, Lasix, Irad, Cassie, Gary Barber. Look at the graded. He's a multiple grade 2 winner, albeit at Woodbine. But these are the type of horses you didn't put him at all in there. I like when you do that.
He's a fade today.
He's a fade today. Yeah.
Well, there's only one work here. At Gulfstream. So the rest he's been at the farm. I just feel like they need a little bit more time.
Yeah, it's a tightener. I don't think there's any doubt about that. You're going to bring him back north and try to pick a spot for him. But he's got a lot of class, and they're going to bet him hard. The finale's not easy as well. We're 5.5 on a fast main track, $35,000 maiden claimers in here. The 3-year-old fillies, a clean field of 7. I'll let you take it away. Emily's on Fire has been doing that in the morning, I guess. Is that the angle?
Yeah, the work on 320, it was a set of 4 horses for Mike Yates. We'll actually see another one on Sunday. She broke like a rocket. She was in the outside of her 3 other workmates. She broke quick. She's not much, but the Flameaways have just been that lighter build, and she took off, and she's got time in the Mike Yates barn now. I think he can just move her up. I'm just going to look at her as a first-time starter with Mike Yates. She gets Lasix on. He takes the blinkers off. I love that. She's never raced with them off before. I don't think she needs them, so we'll see.
All right. I had her 20, then I saw you picked her, and then I had her 15, and I came to 12 on her, so we'll see. I wasn't going to look foolish.
So you're going to be mad at me? Or
No,
yeah.
I said I wasn't going to look too foolish if they decide to bet this horse. I don't know. She's been beaten 3 football fields.
Yeah, she has.
So
Yep.
we'll see. These Parks horses, we say this all the time. We don't know. We don't know what to do with these horses, but Mike is very, very solid. Not a big sample, 2 for 5 with newcomers. I've got nothing clever here. I just got the 2 favorites. Lace Curtain on the the drop for Steve Glaceris. IRAD's here. You get to pay the tax there. I don't know what to do with Parade down Broad. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah.
This wasn't the plan.
No, it wasn't. She worked 10 flat at the OBS April sale. She just is a little cheap looking to me, and so I'm glad that Brendan's putting her in for a tag.
5-1. Maybe he just doesn't want to bring her back to Kentucky. I don't know if you take her, you go ahead with her. 5-1 and a special weight at Churchill in November. Reappears for 35 after not doing any running. So we'll see what we get from her. Lasix and Blakers.
And you've got the 2 in there too. Don't sleep on the 2, guys, because Matoli is 0 for 23 with turf routes. Why this horse was on the grass,
2 turns.
I have
on the
no
turf.
clue at all. Maybe the horse is just slow. But just, again, like the one horse, look at this horse as a first-time starter.
Yeah, Safi takes over, and he's 23% with these kinds of horses and probably doing what she wants to do, if that's what it is. But Matoli, a champion one-turn dirt sprinter, was awesome for Steve Asmussen in his day. Boy, what a good 9-race card here to the penultimate card before Derby Day tomorrow. That Rainbow 775. And I'm going to tell you what, it is not easy at all today. Let's take a look at the lightning round before we leave you. Easter Sunday, celebrate it with us on closing day with a huge mandatory 6, and you can do it up at 10 Palms as well.
Yeah, Easter brunch, come celebrate, bring your family. You get a mimosa as well, so come send away the championship meet with us.
There you go. And another giveaway, right? The hat is up for grabs too.
Yep. Today you could, if you betting $50, get a Florida Derby hat. It's pretty cool. I like the hat. They're nice.
It is a good hat. I like that emblem there as well. Let's go back to yesterday. If you missed it, shame on you, because Knightsbridge come back, the Godolphin homebred for Bill Mott. Just watch this race. Look at the fractions. That's a 22-second flat second quarter with C-Streak pressing them, and Junior gears this horse down.
Yeah, this was very, very impressive. It was just like such a gallop towards the end that I think it's hard to realize how impressive that was.
Scary good. He's now 2 for 2. He's won by the length of the stretch in both of them. Obviously, he's going to miss the Triple Crown season, but the word on the street is he will run in the Pat Day Mile on Kentucky Derby Day. And, you know, things are going to change. The prep races, especially tomorrow with the Curl and Florida Derby, horses are going to assert themselves. It's a scary horse.
Yeah, big time.
Very, very good and fast as
I'll
well.
be betting him Pat Day Mile.
I think you're going to get about 3 to 5 on him.
Well, there's the single. You take some leverage. How about that?
I like it. I like it a lot. Mandatory, as we said, on Sunday. We've got 2 days of heavy lifting to get there. Now, regardless of what happens today or tomorrow,
the pools will be huge.
Yeah, it is still a mandatory day on Sunday. If we're fortunate enough to get there, look at that, what they're speculating.
It's going to be big. We're finished with our picks. We've done the work. Ronnie's got a video out on YouTube for his Rainbow 6. We'll all have tickets come Sunday, and come join us. It's fun.
Yeah, come on out here. Easter Sunday. You saw the promo there at 10 Palms. It's supposed to be a phenomenal day, and as Samantha said, celebrate closing day with us right here at Gulfstream Park. What do you got for your best bet?
First race, the 3-horse. Better luck.
Better luck. I'm with that one as well. Not my best bet, but I'm with you there. I've got Broken Spur in that turf race. What a tricky turf race to kick off the Rainbow 6. Your long shot, you got to wait all the way to the end of the day to start happy hour with Samantha's long shot.
Yep, Emily's on fire here. Yep.
So there we go there. And I'm early, right? Leonza? Okay. In race number 2, the second-time starter for Team Delgado. Hoping for a little better break today from her.
Yep.
That's it. Pete's upstairs. Not a lot to do. We like that on a fast and firm day. We'll see you right back here for the opener. Thanks for being involved.